Hey y'all, what's up? It's Joanna Leaves and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my September Hoya favorites video. Alright, so the theme song for today's video really should be Dreams and Nightmares by the one and only Meek Mill, because on God, I used to pray for times like this. I'm going to start off with the plant that inspired the theme song for today's video for the Hoyas. This is none other than, and don't even try, I don't even want to hear, y'all better tell me, hype me up. hype me up. This is my Hoya, loys andrewiana. Now hear me out, y'all. I've been through trials and tribulations with this freaking species of Hoya. And even still, the trials and tribulations might not have ended, because this leaf looked like it's yellowing off to hit the road. I tried to knock it off, but it was still firmly planted, you know, feet firmly planted. And I guess, whatever, if you want to stay, I guess. But hear me out, y'all. Please hear me out. I got a new leaf. I first started my journey with the loys, starting with Plant Haven, Toronto. I didn't know the mistakes I was making when I made that mistake. I should have never got that plant from there. Not because it wasn't a nice plant, but because I don't do well with moss. I didn't do well with moss, and I had to restart the plant, and it literally was the plant that showed me that I needed to restart the rest of my plants. It like thinned out, withered, disappeared. It also looked really different, I will say. Their loys in comparison to this one, their loys kind of like the leaf and the stem almost like merged into one. It was really interesting. This does look like a lot of other people's loises too. I think it's a really confusing thing, and this one isn't even as hard as the other two leaves. But this is my newest leaf, okay? I didn't even think she was gonna make it, but she expanded it. She's getting bigger. I didn't even think she was gonna, I used to pray for times like this. I thought this plant was gonna leave. Like, you see how this look right here? I thought, considering the yellowing situation, it's not gonna stay. It's not, it could never. And let me tell you something, she stayed. Now, I'm still procrastinating in this moment. Obviously, the plants would have been watered by the time y'all see the video, but I'm doing this filming because I'm procrastinating watering my plants. Meanwhile, I don't even have time like that. I need to water them before I leave my house, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just so thrilled to get a new leaf. And while this leaf looks like it's gonna fall off, maybe it's not, you know? Maybe it's not. I'm going to hope, you know, hold out hope. I'm gonna try to pull the actual plant a little bit into the shelf so that this leaf is getting adequate light. When it was expanding, I literally said, I might have even said in my 30-day, because I used this in 30 days of Hoya, I might even said like, I have no hope that this is actually gonna put out a real new leaf, and it really did. And not only did it, but it's also like working on putting out a vine, like pushing the vine up and out, and I'm just like, wow. I mean, if that's how you feel, and the vine is growing, like if that's how you feel, you know? And I'm just excited, because the fact that the one from Plant Haven, it died. I got another one from Gabriella Plants. It came horrible shape. Here we are, this one. It was yellowing. It wasn't doing anything. I repotted it. It's like the only Hoya that I have that like, because all the other Hoyas, I find that they root really quickly once they're put into a mix. Not this one. Not this one. Don't take up as much water either. Like so I'm just, look, I have to count my blessings and I need to be excited. So this is at the top of the favorites for this month, because we used to pray for times like this. We never knew this could happen. But you know what? Shout out to her. Thank you. I appreciate her for all she's done for me so far. I really do. I'm also scrapping the bonus thing, sticking on a never would have made a train. I have six plants to show y'all. I realized I didn't even say how many I have. I have 6. Sticking on the never would have made a train, never thought it was gonna make it train. This is my Hoya Gunungating. Also from where? Where that's from? Plant Haven. Now, she's sun stressing. She looks really cute. She's got a little blushing on the corners. She has 1 leaf. She did not arrive to my house with 1 leaf. She did not arrive to my house with one leaf. But the transition, I'm telling y'all, the transitionary period, it was not working out. I tried to root it in perlite. It just kept getting soft. So you know what I said? If it's not working the first time, if this is not working, try something different. I did. I just decided, let me just root it in the mix itself and keep the mix nice and moist. And let me see, where's the roots? Okay, here they are. We finally getting some roots, okay? This leaf has finally firmed up, and better yet, we're getting a growth point. Y'all see, oh, come on, don't do me like that. Y'all see that little green dot in there? Come on, that's the growth point. New leaf on the way. Thank goodness, okay? Thank goodness. Thank goodness, because I'd have been sad if this went downhill. I'd have been sad. I'd have been real sad. So I'm just really happy, and we never thought it was gonna make it. I thought it was gonna die. When I put it in here in the mix, I said last ditch effort, and literally I just put it in the box, saturated it, and kept it moist. And I can't even believe, but here she is, rooted and tooted, good and gadding. We're gonna keep a watch on her and see how she do, because truth be told, once all my Hoyas root inside of my personal Hoya prop bin, I take them out. I just put them on the shelf. You can't live there forever, you can't. And eventually I do want the shelf to go, the bin to go away, and then the plants just be on the shelf. I don't know how that's gonna work long term, considering, but we'll see. Okay, another one inspired by the one and only Meek Mill. This is my Hoya multiflora Javanica Thai Splash. Come on, stop doing that. Focus on your girl. She don't look like much. I know that, but she do look like much. What is y'all talking about? She got a peduncle in there. Y'all see that? That's crazy. That's really crazy. I keep this one moist. She's dry right now, but I keep it moist. I aim to keep it moist. I aim for it to not dry out. So I'm actually about to water the plants after. So typically throughout the week, I do go around with a squirt bottle thing. I just squirt her up, I give her a little spray down. And she had been working on this peduncle for the longest time of life. So I'm so grateful to see her actually, do something. And I can't wait to see what the bloom on this one looks like. I hope it has the space to do its thing. But yeah, Miss Multiflora Javanica Thai Splash. So I just showed you 2 Plant Haven plants. So I figured, let me show you my final one for this favorites. This is my chicken farm. Oh yes, Hoya chicken. It's my chicken farm. Yes, this is my chicken farm. Bop bop. You feel me? She's looking cute. I know that this is called chicken farm because it might have been found near a chicken farm or something like that. It's real nice. These are the 2 leaves that I just showed you. Those are the ones it came with. And here's what we just came up with. This is what we just were able to produce in our house. It's still soft. She's still working on herself. She's still trying to do something for the people of the universe. She also was putting out another leaf, but for some reason that one it did not want to hold on to life, so she let go. Then it threw out this next vine. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a bunch of new leaves sooner rather than later. I do know that I need to get this vine connected with the trellis, and I want to resituate this one, but it lives underneath my Hoya shelves. And I've had people ask me about what lights are you using under your Hoya shelves and stuff like that. The lights, everything all came together. And I'll actually link it. Those shelves themselves actually were like $40. I hope I'm not dragging it and misremembering and it's actually $100 each, but I doubt it. I know that I bought 2 at the same time because I was like, oh, these are cheap. So I bought the 2 of them and they came with the lights, and they're not very big. So I'm gonna name that. They're not very high. They're kind of shorter, and I needed shelves that were short because, again, where I'm at is my attic. It's not low ceilings everywhere, but the areas that I would push the shelves against kind of cave inward, because it's the attic, they kind of slightly dent in. So I needed something that would be tall enough to fit underneath without having to sit outward a little bit. I'm saying a lot. But this is the chicken farm, and I'm just excited because she got a new leaf. I got this chicken farm months and months ago, and I'm only just now getting this nice leaf right here. And she's still growing, so I'm very grateful that she's still growing. I cannot wait for her to go back to doing this right here. But she is beautiful. This plant looks so lovely. And the splashing has also increased on it, I think. I don't know if that's a light thing. And I'm really not sure, but you can see there's more splashing on this leaf than on the previous ones. And again, this one is really not even hardened off yet, so it still has some time I don't know if it's gonna remain. I don't know if it's gonna remain on those Hoya shelves. I actually have to figure something out with them shelves. I keep saying it because they're not tall enough, and I do want ones that are a bit taller so that I can have like trellises, right? And additionally, I think that these lights might just be way too bright for them. So I'm even considering, and I've been considering this, but these two shelves, like potentially putting them in the basement of where I like my grandmother's house, and then using those as like seed starters for the like when we're starting the garden again next year, because those lights are powerful. They definitely have to do well with seed starters. Or potentially keeping one up here to acclimate plants coming out of my prop bin on, and then getting a bigger shelf and putting the one shelf in the basement as a seed starting shelf, because I actually do garden outside, and my grandmother, that's a real farmer, you feel me? She be really doing her big one out there. So I'm thinking that could be what I do, just so that I can have a shelf that is a little bit taller, because I do need one that, you know what I mean, is a little bit taller. And it doesn't even need to be that much taller, just a little bit. And then also, but then there's also option 3, which is that I don't change anything and I keep buying these little small acrylic ones. And then I just move out ones that I find are bleaching, and leave any ones that might sun stress but not look ugly under there. Because for example, my Noel, one of the leaves is very close to the light right now. It is red, okay? The poor plant is baked up, but it looks nice. So, you know, what can I say, you know? Yeah, let me show y'all the next one of these Hoyas that I love. But this was number 3, the chicken farm. So this is one of my OG Hoyas, my original gangsters. This is my Hoya ovovata. She's a cutie. I was inspired by Fa from Monef's Jungle. Wait, I think Fa changed. I think Fa changed her name, and it's just Fa now. But Fa's channel, when I seen her ovovata, I said, oh, I need me one of those. Honestly, she probably partly to blame on how I even got into the Hoyas. This leaf right here, hello? If they just all continue, because honestly, for the most part, most of the leaves I grew in my care are dark. I do have this leaf that's coming out wonky, and I'm like, what the heliante is that? This one and another one, they both started coming out wonky. I can't tell. I feel like maybe something happened off with like watering or something, because this leaf here and another leaf from a different plant, they both did the same thing. But the darkness, and they're growing, it's just, she is easygoing. Anything that's like hanging forward, everything from where my fingers are and below. So where my fingers are and below is what I got the plant with, and then boom, she has grown out more leaves and become a big somebody, you know, since having her. And I also wanted to include her in my favorites because she's doing a spectacular thing, and she's giving me a peduncle. You can see she is giving me a peduncle there. I'm really excited. I am thrilled. I can't believe the number of plants that are giving me peduncles, considering I am not telling y'all a lie. I really did just get into Hoyas this year, so I didn't think that I would get this many peduncles, because the girls of the world be acting like, you ain't gonna get you one of those. You not getting a peduncle for a minute. You not finna, you know what I mean? But here I am. And there's another stem that's growing in the pot on the side, and it's so cute, so tiny. Here's a little tiny BB leaf, and it's getting ready to put out another one. So that's very exciting. I just think she's a staple plant. She's very cute. I'm absolutely not going to trellis her. I don't know what that means long term, but for now, she's absolutely not getting trellised, and that just kind of is what it is. So I love to see her. She's really easy care. She also needs to be watered. I just water her when she seems dry. Honestly, and that's more like once a week. So I'm giving a plant like her, a sister like her, she getting water once a weekish. And then I let her drain off, and I keep her in this little turtle thing. It's too small, so it does have like a lip at the top where it hangs over, but then the rest of the water probably drips, and it maintains like a little humidity. And I feel like that's been working for it, because that's the kind of setup that it's been in since I got it, and it's doing well. I think that was also how I knew that these plants, people were saying they don't like moisture. I said that can't be true, because this plant has always been receiving like moisture. Roots have been receiving additional humidity, and they've been doing good. So I love it. I have not had any troubles, no problems as of yet. Never yellowed a leaf as of yet. Hopefully we not, you know, jinxing ourselves, knock on wood. And yeah, this is Miss Ovovata. Okay, and the final favorite for this month is my sunrise. First of all, my sunrise has been through some things. She is finally back to stressed out, you know. I think the original way that it was stressed I didn't like, but this, I'm really feeling it. With the green peeking through, I'm really feeling that. I'm liking that. Yeah, sitting under the same shelves I was just talking about with y'all. So I don't even know the brand of light. It's just the brand of the shelf. And then another exciting thing that this one is doing for me is doing for me what a lot of the other girls are doing for me. Here she is right here. It's giving me, oh my God, did we lose the peduncle? Did we lose the peduncle? Okay, we found it. It's giving me a peduncle right here. You see that? That's lovely. And it's actually budding up. And there's another one down yonder that's doing this thing. You know, I was looking to see if there were more than just the two. So far, it's just two, and I love that for me. I can't believe that it's doing that. I'm actually really shocked. I'm just kind of like, oh, I had no clue, bro. My bad, y'all. I was about to get stressed out. I lost my train of thought because I thought I saw a bug, but basically, I didn't know that this plant also was a fast bloomer, and I'm realizing that maybe what the girls have to say about Hoyas is wrong, and truth be told, following that old wrong advice about the years to bloom and do this and let it dry out and do that, maybe all of that is the reason that people aren't seeing the results that they want to see with their Hoyas. Because transparently, I don't think I've followed a lot of the Hoya advice off rip. And I've had pretty good success with my Hoyas. Like I have peduncles on quite a few. So I just showed y'all 3 plants that are budding up. That's 3. I have my Huschkeliana and Lacunosa Mint has already bloomed for me. My Mathilde is almost at the stage. I don't wanna jinx it because, you know, the first set of buds that it gave me on its 10 million peduncles, they blasted, but the next set came in real fast after and are doing fine. Yeah, so that's literally like, wow, that's a lot of Hoyas that have blooms. I'm finding that maybe because so many people recommend a specific species of Hoya, like the two species of Hoyas I'm thinking is like when they recommend like a Carnosa or Pubicalix, like maybe those take a long time, but just by nature. And even still, maybe there is a way to bloom them earlier. And truth be told, the advice that we're getting on like social media or plant groups and stuff that aren't like very heavily Hoya specific is not good. And that's the reason why the girls are struggling, because even this right here, the plant itself that's all taken over the trellis, that has grown in my house since I got it. Like quite literally, she was not a big mama, you know? She wasn't a big mama when I got her. So it's just really impressive to see all the growth that she has given me. Not only has she grown tremendously, you know, and excessively, but she's put out the peduncles. I chopped her once, you know what I'm saying? And she's grown since then. She's just a really easygoing plant and just beautiful to look at now. And when I first put her on this trellis, she did not look like this. She's literally taking it over, and I'm always having to like wrap the vines and rewrap and reroute, and you know, and I just love her. All that said, this is my sunrise, and this is the final one of my prides and my joys right now. I'm just very excited. I can't wait to see what the peduncle looks like. I actually didn't even look up these peduncles because I said, you know what, girl, be surprised. Let's just be shocked and appalled when we get the first, you know, peduncle on this one. Let's just see what it looked like, and that's really that. But again, I recommend this one for any beginners. Like if you put it nice and bright underneath, like under a nice bright grow light, boom, this is what you're finna get. Boom. Very cute. I'm not holding my breath. I know that a lot of times the first time blooms, they don't necessarily make it all the way. And that has actually been my experience with all my Hoyas that have bloomed. Is it all of them? No, actually that's not true. All my Hoyas except for my Huschkeliana that have bloomed or are in the process of blooming definitely bud up first, and then their first buds blast, and then the second set blooms like right after. So we'll see how this goes. All right, y'all, thanks for stopping in and watching me talk about my favorite Hoyas for this month and seeing all the peduncles that I'm getting. Your girl is really getting some peduncles. Like we hold on, blooms. We love to see it. So with that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.